Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Uma. Quick catch up on stream yesterday if you missed it. We decided that one of the things that we want to start working on is completion titles for runners for whom we have won a CM with. So we made a few Satono diamonds that are going to look fairly interesting. This one is Dirt C, and then this one is Sprint B. But we realized halfway through this process that we actually don't have a good dirt parent or a good sprint parent, so that we can build a dirt C, sprint C Satono and start to do some of the dirt sprint races to truly finish our trophy room for Satono. So, what we wound up with as it stands currently, something like this. We still need to win the major G1 sprints, the Sprinter Stakes, Takamatsu no Maya. We need to do the JBC sprint, obviously. And then there's a few G2 sprints and G2 longs and G3 sprints and G3 longs here and there that we just couldn't manage to put a win together for because we were doing this on Showtime 3, I think. And so we weren't doing every single one of them, but it's going to be our project, probably, for the next couple streams or so. Because after we're done with Satono Diamond, we're also going to have to do this for Tamamo Cross. And then if Special Week or Nishino Flower manage to win Gemini, we're going to have to do it for them too. The other thing that we've got today is Team Trials Reset. It is Monday, and we did retain Class 6, so we get our extra carrots and friend points from that. But we are waiting another 24 hours before we can actually go ahead and do Gemini. So we're going to go ahead and sign up for A Finals, but the result of Gemini is going to be in tomorrow's video. So in the meantime, I was thinking about what we can work on, and one of the things that I think I want to do is Showtime 5, which I'm pretty sure we have unlocked at this point, because we did Showtime 4 on stream. Yes, so we can do Showtime 5. What I'm going to walk through, similar to the way that we did the Ultra Golshi mode video, it's just a general approach for how you can think about doing Showtime 5. I don't think this is necessarily as difficult as Ultra Golshi mode was, but I have seen people struggle with it here and there, so we're just going to do a quick Showtime run. This isn't going to be an ace, this isn't going to be a parent. Level 5 is pretty disruptive to playing the game overall. It's just going to be an approach to thinking about how you can finish Showtime. So let's go ahead and start with level 5. As far as trainee, it doesn't really particularly matter. I do kind of like Special Week lately. I think she's been doing quite well for us, and I would like somebody who runs a little closer to the front, just so that we don't have to deal with any potential like, oh, we got blocked or anything like that. So let's go ahead and assign Special Week up. Get a parent who can fix her mile aptitude. Make sure we're getting that all the way up to A. We have a few options. This mile, medium, mile Satono actually does it. Although we don't necessarily need late surge or corners, but this is our max affinity overall. So we can do that. And then if we really wanted to save money and be a little skinflint about it, we don't even necessarily need a guest borrow here, but we have quite a few coins. So I think we can manage. We'll just look for anybody who is 2-star or up on Blue Sparks, because all we really care about is stats overall. We'll look for somebody who has a decent amount of white sparks to help us out. Like Head-On would be nice to pick up. But that's really all that's going on here. I feel like this is going to be a front parent. Yeah, front corners, dodging danger, mile corners, etc. Corner out of corner cover early lead. It's not really what I'm looking for either. It's not very many white sparks at all. I don't mind Umastan. I don't mind Glittering Star. I don't mind Homestretch Haste. We're also getting a ton of blue sparks out of this. 6-star blue power, 3-star blue speed. I think that works just fine. Go ahead and run with that, Brian. And then as far as deck is concerned, this is actually going to look fairly similar to the way that we approached doing Ultra Golshi mode. We're just going to stack as many starting stats as possible so that we can power through some of our early races off of pure stat gain. And then after a couple inheritances through mid-race, shouldn't really matter what our stat line looks like, we'll be able to finish. If you do want to get this done as fast as possible, the best approach for you would actually be to do this on URA Finale. The reason that I'm going to do it on Trackblazer is mostly because even if you lose a few races here and there in Trackblazer, it usually doesn't end your career. And you also have 3 chances to win the finals races. Whereas if you fail even one goal objective in URA finale, that kills your entire run. So we're going to be doing Trackblazer for this, even though it's going to take us a little longer, just because there's more flexibility in failing individual races without necessarily binning your entire career and flushing all of your TP down the drain. So this is Showtime 5, and we'll go ahead event boost this so that we don't have to do Showtime that many times and get this started. Other than that, though, this is going to be fairly normal. We're going to run races for race coins. We're going to save clocks because we don't necessarily need to win the major G1s, and maybe if we're lucky, we still manage to get something usable out of the other end of this. We'll see how it goes. Find motion 1 very early. Don't really want to overtrain Wit here. 2 on power I think is probably fine for us. No friends, 2 friends, 1 friend everywhere else. Give me a Wit. Would like to find an opportunity to recreate here soonish. We'll see if something turns up. I think I'd rather just keep clicking Wit if I'm going to have more than 1 friend there, though. And then if I have 3 friends on power, I think I absolutely take that. I would like to save the energy at this point, so we'll just take speed. 2 friends, 1 friend, 2 friends, no friend, no friend. This seems like a good recreation opportunity. None of those trainings are great, so let's patch mood up just a little bit here. Corner Adept, Home Stretch Haste. We already have Home Stretch Haste unlocked, so give me Corner Adept. Give me 10 energy out of Marvelous Sunday. I don't really care if we get Furious Feet or not, but 10 energy is always nice. I probably should... Yeah, I'll take power here. These are lower friends. So even though Marvelous Sunday hints are good, let's work on our lower friendship. And then get 5 energy back at the end of it. And then get another 10 energy back off of Find Motion. 1 friend everywhere except Speed. Speed training is plenty good enough, especially with Fuku there, to balance out our energy costs on it. 2 friends Wit. I think that seems fine for saving energy. No friends, 1 friend, 2 friends, 1 friend, 1 friend. I guess I'll take power. I don't mind that it's Fuku there. We're getting a slight energy discount out of it. Would love to gamble on stats here, just to give us even more numbers. Good first step. 1 friend, 2 friend, no friend, no friend, 1 friend. That seems fine for Wit, and then that should take us into debut. I don't think we've gotten anything at this point that would require us to buy skills. We've only gotten like 1 hint of Corner Adept, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and we got straightaway acceleration, but that's not like... You don't win races off of straightaway acceleration, so we'll just ignore that it's there. Run pace for consistency, and off we go. Good time to win an energy gamble. And then show me a shop. We have no motivating megaphone, and in fact the only thing we really see here that's interesting is a grilled carrot. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Give me auto-consume items from the shop. Load up my Trackblazer medium junior year schedule. And then let's get right back into training. 2 friends power, 2 friends wit. We'll go ahead and save energy. 3 friends, wit. Gonna be hard for any training to be better than that, so we'll just go ahead and take you again. Win gamble again. Okay. Not bad. 2 friends speed, 3 friends stamina. But the friends on speed are lower, and there's also a Tosin Jordan hint here, which is going to be useful for pace rates and also stamina to spare. I think I could justify taking a Tosin Jordan hint here, even though it's 1 fewer friend, because it is Haru growth. I don't think Longshot is going to be something that we're really using. I would expect to be #1 favorite in pretty much every career race that we enter. We're getting big win out of that. We'll take 77 skill points. Still nothing in the shop. But we do have our first versus race. We can go ahead and jump into the Niigata Junior Stakes and cross our fingers that there are frontrunners. Good. Good stuff. Let's start seeing some shop resets. Let's start seeing Etsuko. Empowering Megaphone Master Cleat Hammer. We want to buy both of those. Give me you and you. And then we'll take Sapporo Junior Stakes for even more versus races. Wouldn't mind seeing like a Vita 20 in a shop here at some point, so that we can energy into a decent training. Not from that race. Acceleration is also not particularly useful. We could take a really risky wit training here if it's good. It's empty. I wish that I could take that guts training, but we have nothing that lets us do it. So we'll just take a rest here. Plus 70 is nice. If we see a bad training late October, we could think about running. Or if we see a non-versus race late October, we could think about training. Exactly the opposite. I'd also like to buy 1 motivating megaphone for start of classic year. And then we'll take the Saudi Arabia Royal Cup as a versus. Okay. Nobody, 2 friends, 2 friends, 1 friend, 1 friend. These are all fairly bad trainings, so I think we can probably just go ahead and run, even though it's not a versus race. We will still have enough energy to train next turn if we see a good training, and if it's not, we can race instead. If you don't have these specific cards, by the way, like if you're watching this as a relatively new Track Blazer player, I know that the series is called Starting a Free-to-Play UMA account in 2026, but this account really does not look like it just started anymore. There's a lot of cards that you might have laying around that have surprisingly high amounts of starting race bonus that you could sub in for basically anything that I'm running here. Tosin Jordan is really nice if you have her, but if you don't, Kawakami Princess also has a decent amount of starting stats. I think that Airshikar also has some, just not as many as Tosin Jordan does, but there's a lot of replacement cards that you could think about running there if you don't necessarily have access to the exact ones that we're using here. But the general idea is more or less the same. The more starting stats you can rack up, I'm fine spending 1 clock here just to avoid 9th. The more starting stats you can rack up, the easier you're making your life for doing a Showtime 5 run. Because you still have the early momentum into junior year, which is going to let you build coins up. And then with those built up coins, you can maintain your stats long enough to actually make it through the rest of the career. You're not going to be winning every single G1 that you enter. You're not going to be getting every single epithet that you want, but in terms of just being able to clear Track Blazer mechanically, it is not hard to get to 60 result points, even if you are not winning every single race under the sun. And Classic and Senior Year, you only need 300 points total. So it is much, much easier to actually win a career on Showtime 5 if you're doing Trackblazer. As counterintuitive as that might seem, since Trackblazer prioritizes winning races so much more. We're also really not seeing like any trainings here at all, so I'm going to keep doing versus races even though we're at risk of race fatigue and after repeated races here. There's just not a lot else available to us that's good right now. And if we do get skin condition, we can find a way to resolve that going into Classic year. But I have yet to see a training option that is better than something that I've been offered in our race. It's unfortunate, but we could still win the roll here. Fast and Furious is not a useful skill for us. We are a pace chaser, not a late surger. There is part of me that thinks we might just want to go in here and buy Focus, though, so that we can avoid any late starts. It's one of the things that can ruin our day a little bit as a pace chaser, so if we can avoid it, that would be useful. And then we can go Artisan Cleat Hammer into our G1, and then Artisan Cleat Hammer into our second G1. That's pretty bad. We'll probably clock that as well. That seems like getting blocked to me. I don't necessarily need to win this, but like second or third would be fine. Oh, fifth is pretty rough too. I'll take that. I can't be spending a million clocks here in junior year. I just want to get something out of my efforts. Good shop reset, at least. We do get Skin Outbreak, but we're about to get a shop reset, so we can find some solutions to that. We can find solutions to mood. And since we've more or less committed to running a bunch of races in a row, and we're at awful mood and no energy, I think we might as well just go ahead and run the Hopeful Stakes while they're here. We should have a stat line that allows us to win this race with a little bit of luck, so we might as well use a Cleat Hammer on it. There we go. She can win. Something about the Hanchin JF just did not agree with her. It's also a nice kale juice to head into Classic Year with. It's energy without the mood penalty because we're already at awful. So, what does first Classic Year shop have for me? I would love to see skin cream, obviously. I also wouldn't mind seeing some stat. There's hand cream, okay. One problem solved. I also wouldn't mind seeing some more Cleat Hammers and maybe some stat scrolls. Does not look like we're going to get the stat scrolls we wanted. Pretty Mirror is kind of interesting at this point because we are still sitting on this grilled carrot, and I don't really see anything else in this shop that's a high priority buy. So I think we can go like that, and then go like this and this. And then there's no real point in holding onto the grilled carrots as long as we already have Charming, so we can go like this and this. That refills all of our energy and builds our friendships. And then what are our trainings like? It's a nice stamina training for building friendship. We'll go ahead and take that even though we're at awful. Also, this is... No, you already fixed skin condition. If we hadn't gotten the hand cream, this would have been a potential solution to fixing skin condition, but since it's gone already, we can just go ahead and take +5 energy. No friends, 2 friends, 1 friend. It's not an amazing guts training. There's a part of me that wonders if I could just recreate here. Because we have 1 free mood up coming early February. And so I think that if we hit karaoke, we go to good, and if we hit the crane gleam, we go to great, and there's not really anything else going on this turn. I think I'm okay to recreate here. That's karaoke. That's claw machine. Okay, so we'll be at great mood early February. Assuming we get a good result here, but... Let me just lock in really quick. That seems pretty good to me. It wasn't good enough. Oh. It's okay, we can still get a big win. I don't think that's it either. God, I'm horrible at crane game now. I gotta stop trying to pick Taiki up. Also, no golds is rough. There we go. At least we get something. Oh, and it's got a big plushie attached to it. I think that might still be a big win. It's just normal win. It's still plus mood, though. So we're at good. We get 10 energy. We go to great. And now everything is back to normal. It's like the 6-race stretch in junior year never happened, except that we lost a few stats. Give me an 1800 mile, because most of those trainings look pretty bad. Okay. Hello, Etsuko. You are... It's nice to see you, but you are not needed. We took care of all of our problems already. I would love to have 20 power here, just to help us get through races. And then we'll come back for that good luck charm, because we definitely want that as well. No good wit training. Okay stam training. Like a little bit of stam just to shore us up before we get to the Satsuki show and the derby. We've got innate gold recoveries, and we've got quite a bit of stamina spark, so I think we should be fine to do the crown route. Wow, that's good power training. Is that better than a race? A non-versus race? It's only 32 stats. It does build Haru. How much do you care about that? Probably not that much, and also if you don't race this turn, you can't get your good luck charm, so I think that actually answers the question for you. You want to buy that good luck charm instead of just taking one hyper-efficient power training. There we go. Okay. And then give me this before it leaves. Single rainbow, not that good. I didn't know these trainings are that good. We can just go do another versus race. Okay. And then after this, we've got Satsuki Show. Would have been nice to win the energy gamble there, but I think we'll still be fine. We have a Vita 20 on us, so if we do see a good training late April, we can Vita 20 into it. Pretty horrible hints overall. TS Climax is nice, but left-handed is not really something we're going to use. Buy another rich hand cream as an insurance plan. Give me 1 power ankle weight, just on the off chance that we see a good power training. I should probably do the same thing for a stamina weight, just in case you see a good stam training. You're not taking any of these over the Satsuki show. Let's go ahead and cleat hammer that. Good. Very nice. Skin outbreak, but we can fix it. However, I might do a 4-race stretch here. But I don't have cupcakes right now, so I really can't manage this mood. I should hand cream this right away. If we sink all the way to awful by the time we enter summer break, we're going to have some major problems to deal with. I think that's also a great guts training to Vita 20 into. I don't have a weight for it, do I? No, but you have an application. There's no way an application is worth it there. Just go ahead and take the stamina ankle weight in case you see a good stamina training in summer break. You have 2 empowering megaphones for summer, so you don't need to get another motivating. And then just take a Vita 20 into this and do it as a normal training. It builds the last 2 supports that need work, which is really convenient for us. I would love 5 energy back right now. Every bit of energy makes a difference. And then we can go NHK Mile Cup. We can go Japanese Derby. We can go Yasuda Kinen. We can go Takarazuka Kinen. And then we can fail tag our way through most of summer break. I think we have 3 right now. So even if we go into summer break at 0 energy, we can mostly train our way out of it. Or I guess train our way through it would be more accurate. We could also just Vita 20 late June, depending on what mood looks like. Like, this takes us to great. So I think I run the Derby today, and then I Kale Juice. Because we have 2 opportunities to hit Etsuko to fix mood before we get to summer, and it means that we'll enter summer break at 50 energy, and the good luck charms can do the rest. So let's blow the rest of our energy on the Derby. I would like to do slightly better than that. Just a little better. That's better. I do not like how often she gets blocked. Maybe we should be buying more skills progressively just to help smooth these races over. Also, I wish I would have drank the kale just first, but it would have been a lot of races to go burning energy on a kale juice. So give me Vita 20, Stam Scroll, Empowering Megaphone. Buy me relatively cheap skills at this point, just so I can really try and mitigate the number of races we're losing. Like, I think Corner Adept is fine. I think Shrewd Step is fine. Pace Savvy is fine. That'll give us some contribution towards winning. And then give me a Royal Kale Juice here to take us back to good mood. I have 2 opportunities to hit Etsuko. And give me the Yasuda Kinen. I can run it again in summer, it's fine. Not spending clocks on that right now. It does mean we can't see Etsuko, but that's okay. Trick front versus stats? I'll just take stats. Given that we've fallen all the way to normal, given that we've fallen all the way to bad, and we have 124 coins right now, there's a part of me that just wants to recreate into summer break. I don't love mood only being at bad. We would need to see a cupcake. Is what would really save our lives here. Let's just go ahead and recreate and get back to good. Or at least to normal. Now, I would love to see a cupcake or a berry sweet cupcake. A scholar's hat. But during summer, with a lot of other stuff that I want. Interesting. So I could go like this, and I could run 2 races, and I could still get a scholar's hat. This is for the sake of sparks. Even though our affinity is going to be in the gutter, we might still get decent sparks out of this run. And so buying more skills just contributes to that. Let's look at the training for today and let that decide. It's only a single rainbow speed. I think I would be okay skipping a single rainbow speed. Also, don't buy anything because you might want that speed ankle weight depending on what kind of speed training you see. So let's take a Fukushima race because Fukushima is a fairly rare track. I don't really care whether we're getting hints for medium or miles. Just as long as we're getting versus hints is fine for me. So that puts us to 190. Sorry, it puts us to 220. And then one more race puts us to 320. And there is nothing here but a stamina training when I don't really need stamina. So this is a race again. We'll go to Sapporo, we'll do the Queen Stakes. We'll buy a scholar's hat. Still no Etsuko though, which is unfortunate. Fail tag is nice. Well, corners is okay. Alright, go ahead and Scholars have me. And then I can take both these manuals. Well, you should buy the fail tag. The manuals are going to be in the shop for longer. Single rainbow speed. I think that's fine to go empowering megaphone speed ankle weight Vita 20. And we can probably take one more training after that without even dipping into our fail tags. So let's do that. Okay, no, we're gonna have to dip into our fail tags. Good thing we have that speed ankle weight though. Speed ankle weight, fail tag, we still have the megaphone active. It would be nice to have mood higher, but we haven't seen a way to fix that. It's a pretty good summer break. Stam at 424 is fine. Let's build guts up just a little bit. We're not going to need much more than 424 for the rest of this run. And then give me a versus race. This will take us down to 0, but it allows us to buy the remaining stuff that we want in the shop. There's a Vita 20 in there, and there's 2 stat manuals in there that we still want. So we can get that. There's a mood up. Power manual, stand manual, Vita 20. Really want that speed ankle weight. I guess I could get the speed ankle weight at the expense of manuals. Manuals aren't that important. And then give me the power manual. I think our stamina is fine. We can just buy Gourmand if we need to make it through the Spring Tenno. Single rainbow. None of these other trainings are actually real. We'll just go ahead and take a versus race. Okay. Still no Etsuko either. Base corner is pretty good. I could probably just go and buy that now. 10 energy is fine here. Makes it easier for us to Vita 20 into a wit training this turn. Speak of the Devil, Vita 20, Vita 20. Come back to that shop for some other stuff, but for now this is all we need. It's not a good wit training, but it is a wit training that finally fixes Marvelous Sunday's friendship. Also, make sure you're using that Scholar's Hat. I thought I did already. I thought I used... What did I use during summer break if I did not use the Scholar's Hat? Not a power manual. I think I might have just bought it and not used anything? I could have sworn that I had used it, but at least that's taken care of now. And because that's taken care of now, we can come back in here and we can go... Let me paste corners. The mile stuff we might buy before we go into a mile race. Maybe. We'll think about it. But for now, this is going to be Kikuka Show. It is firm conditions. We're at 436 stamina. We should have no problem winning this race. Maybe famous last words to not buy a recovery, but I think she'll be fine. She's maybe not fine. By 7 lengths? Ah, she rushed. I'll spend 1 clock on making sure she didn't rush. Or she doesn't rush this time. 1 1/4? Yeah, that's closer to what I'd expect. So not quite good enough, but that's fine. We're not expecting to win every race. It's showtime. We're just working on building enough result points that we don't fail the career. We just a Vita 20. I don't need grilled carrots at this point. I wouldn't mind having 1 guts ankle weight on me, though. Give me the QE2 cup. Technically could have checked for trainings there, I suppose. We're not on the Tiara path, so the QE2 cup isn't as important as it usually is, but a G1 is still a G1. Also, that's a great time for Etsuko to show up. Head on is nice. Speed 10 versus Stam 10. I'll take the speed. And then grab head on. And because this is Mile Championship Day, why don't you also go ahead and give me shifting gears and give me mile corners and productive plan. And I think that should be good. Take a few mile skills to shore up our ability to win some of these races. Giving up on a single rainbow speed, single rainbow power. Still no cleat hammers. But we'll take this for G1 potential. Fourth is rough, but we're starting to run low on clocks, so we'll leave it as is. Energy gamble doesn't really matter there. We were going to be out of energy no matter what. And then this is looking like Vita 20 into Wit territory. Speed 20 versus Wit 20. I'll just take the speed if you don't mind. A little late for Hot Topic to do basically anything, but actually, is there even a point to do it to Vita 20 in this turn? Maybe you just race. Because you're at 0 energy. If you Vita 20 and wait, you're just going to blow it again on the Arima. I do think we might just race here. Give me a versus race that's not insanely long. Sure. Sure. Huge shop reset. Unlucky to hit after repeated races there, but it's the way it goes. We're only 45% to hit that after any given race. I don't remember where these came from, but I guess we'll grab them now. Also, we don't need that grilled carrot. We'll find a way to get Haru to gold. I know she's not at gold right now. We'll find a way to make it happen. Double rainbow speed versus the Arima. I'm still going to take the Arima over that. And we still have no cleat. No, we do have a cleat hammer now. Give me one master cleat hammer. So we'd like to rest going into senior year, because if we hit plus 70 energy, it's going to make our skin condition problems go away. But also we're at 0 energy anyway, so we might as well. And then if we don't get rid of it and we see a skin cream in the shop, then we can just go buy the skin cream. But I think I would be fine gambling on it one time if the opportunity arises. Pending what the shop says. Stam 460, you'll be fine. We'll just buy Gorman before we go do the Spring Tenno. There's a cupcake, which is nice. There is no cure-all, though. So let's go Stam Scroll because it leaves soon. Reset Whistle. Plain Cupcake, Reset Whistle, Speed Manual. Artisan Cleat Hammer. We'll come back for the Vita 40 and the Speed Ankle Weights. And then we'll see if we can't just get rid of skin condition organically with a plus 70. We tried. Single rainbow versus race. Let's go ahead and race so that we can get those last 2 items in the shop that we're interested in. Good. Cupcake, Cleat Hammer. We'll take both of those. I can get 1 speed ankle weight, and then I'll come back for that Vita. Take the versus race as long as it's there. We'll probably be looking to rest late February again unless we see a good wit training. There is the small possibility that we can get rid of skin condition with an Etsuko training or with an extra practice event after ending training. So we'll see if we can line one of those up. That's fine. That's not an Etsuko training. This is an Etsuko training. So we can gamble, because gambling is fun. Let's drink a Vita 40 into this to get to 60, and see if Etsuko can get rid of our skin condition. No such luck. Although, this is Umastan. I'm not even going to take the mood. If you put Umastan in front of me, I'm going to take it. And then I'd love 20 energy. Not an Etsuko training. Go ahead and buy Umastan immediately. That'll make a big difference to pushing ahead in races. And then none of these are versus races, huh? I guess it's still race for the coins, because I think there's an empowering megaphone in the shop that we probably want right now. And we're close enough to the next shop reset that I can just wait and see if we get access to a skin cream there. Etsuko is also really helping us out with these mood ups after races. Oh, Taiki. This is Osaka High Day. So let's go ahead and do that. We might as well Cleat Hammer it. We have a chance to win. Very nice. Next time to win an energy gamble too. Because we probably want to take early April off so that we can do Spring Tenno into Victoria Mile. Mile S, another Umastan hint. I didn't know it was coming, to be fair. Maybe we can just say that we won the Osaka High off of it. Vita 20 Master Cleat Hammer. Royal Kale Juice, Empowering Megaphone. We can't hold any more Good Luck Charms. We're at 5, but I guess we should buy bottom up. So we'll go Empowering Megaphone. Royal Kale Juice is going to be after the Spring Tenno, and then I can do Master Cleat Hammer as well. We can come back for the Vita 20 later. This is going to be a training turn. We also didn't see Skin Cream in the shop, which means we might also want to think about, like, resting here or infirmarying here to get rid of skin condition, because I don't want to carry too many mood downs with me into summer break. I guess infirmary is probably the safest to just get rid of it here. I hate spending turns on infirmary, but I think it's more of a surefire thing than a plus 70 rest right now. Or not. Well, we're going to be carrying that around with us a while longer. Go ahead and give me Gorman so that we can at least finish the Spring Tenno. Go ahead and Cleat Hammer this. Our stamina should be more than okay to finish this race. And then maybe we can target a rest late in May to try and get rid of skin condition. Sure. Etsuko would be kind of nice to see at some point here too. If that's not too much to ask. Single Rainbow Speed is not really cutting it for us. Let's just go ahead and do the Victoria Mile. And then we'll... Well, we tried Infirmary, and Infirmary didn't work, so we should rest. It's only fair to mix it up. Actually, resting also didn't work, so maybe we should Recreate. We tried resting, we hit plus 50. We tried Infirmary, Infirmary failed. We haven't tried Recreation into Shrine Visit yet, though. So maybe that's what we should do. That's also one too many Kale Juices for us, although I think I lost the Kale Juice, because I needed to buy after the Spring Tenno. Yeah, it's gone. You were off by one turn. That's alright, though. I don't think we needed that much energy recovery. Plain Cupcake again. and then Royal Kale Juice me. Right now, Royal Kale Juice is probably my finals plan, and fail tags are my summer plan. So let's try Recreation and see if we can hit Praying at the Shrine. So far, so good. Okay, there you go. When in doubt, go with the one that you haven't used before, I suppose. Single Rainbow Speed versus winning the Yasuda Kinen. We didn't do this classic year, so we should try and do it senior year. Just for affinity's sake. Even though we lost the Triple Crown, affinity is still a mechanic that you can have. It doesn't mean they can't be a parent, it just means they're a worse parent. And then we didn't even do the Takarazuka Kinen last year. So we will do that as well. Especially because it looks like there's no trainings this turn. Also, we never got Haru to gold. I thought that was a sure thing, but I guess not. Maybe we should pick up a grilled carrot set if we see it, just to push her over the edge. Go ahead and run this. Very nice. And then we have 4 fail tags to make our way through summer break. So our energy, we have 5 now, technically. So our energy really does not matter here. We can more or less ignore it completely. Guts Manual, Power Manual, Energy Drink Max, just in case we run races later on the year on 0, Speed Ankle Weight. You have 4 Empowering Megaphones. You do not need Motivating Megaphones at this point. And then you can go Gut Scroll, Artisan Cleat Hammer. But if you really wanted to min-max, you would actually go like this. You'd skip these 3. You would train for a turn using a fail tag, and then you'd come back to the shop and buy that fail tag. Holy cow, dude. What is my mood at right now? Great? Oh, baby. This is actually like the best speed training that we could possibly get, because Haru has insane mood effect. 30 mood effect, 15 training effectiveness, and Fine Motion has 30 mood effect, 15 training effectiveness. This is like 170 stat speed training. That's pretty good. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Now do it again. I was only kidding. Give me now this good luck charm that's about to leave. So now we're back to 5. And then since we can't afford that one, now I can go and pick up these manuals. We'll come back to the energy drink max. Maybe. I do have one already. I might not need it. This can just be Guts Ankle Weight. This is why we have the Guts Ankle Weight. It's good enough. Sure. Late corners is not really that useful to me. That's an excellent wit training, so give me a refreshed empowering megaphone and a good luck charm. If I really wanted to, I could drink like 2 Vita 20s into that, but we'll just go with this instead because we know we have to get through the fail tags. And then single rainbow wit. I think that's also probably good enough to take. This gives us energy to run at least 1 race, and if we win the gamble, we could run 2 off of that. And if we lose the gamble, we have an energy drink. It gives us enough energy to run 1 race. And then we have an energy drink. Single rainbow speed is definitely not worth it. Let's go ahead and take a mile versus. Don't think it matters if we gamble here. I think we have like 8 energy. Oh, we had exactly 10 energy. Either way, it's all gone now. Actually, this is energy. Yeah, give me 10 energy here. And then I can run another race without the energy drink. Give me Wit Scroll, Power Scroll, Guts, Manual. I'm going to come back for that Speed Ankle Weight. I don't care about the Energy Drink Max and the Vita 20 anymore. I think our energy management is fine at this point. We probably don't need to buy another energy management item, although if I see a fail tag, I might grab it. Just as the easiest version of energy management to click on a given turn. I don't have to worry about how many to use, I can just press it and off it goes. There's one now. Stamina Manual. Master Cleat Hammer. Stamina Scroll. Good Luck Charm. I want that Speed Ankle Weight though, so let's go Speed Ankle Weight, Good Luck Charm. Stamina Scroll. And then we'll come back for the Stamina Manual that leaves in 6 turns. I think I'm fine to just try and like double Vita 20 into that weight training because I have way more energy management than I need right now. We actually didn't even need that KO juice, it turns out. We would have been fine without it. And then let's see if we can at least win the Senior Autumn Triple Crown here. Not that great. Cleat Hammer me. I'd love to see more Cleat Hammers. We're starting to run low. Okay. Should probably also buy skills for this, just to make sure it's nice and smooth. Master Cleat Hammer is a very nice grab there. Mood 1, skill points 15 versus 10 wit. 10 wit doesn't matter at this point. We're over 600 and there's no way we're getting to 1100, so give me the skill points even though we don't need the wit. And then what skills do you still want? Home stretch haze. You're gonna... No, you lost the Spring Triple Crown, so you cannot get that anymore. Prepared to pass would be nice. You don't run any more miles, so you don't necessarily need to buy the miles. Medium straights is fine. Pace straights is fine. Fighting Spirit's good. Glittering Star is good. Pumped is a good skill that I'm going to want at the end of the run anyway, just in case we do get like a Late Surge Apparent or a Pace Chaser close to the back meta emerges, much like the one that we're in right now with Gemini. So I'll still get it. I think it's a fairly high value spark if we can white spark it at the end of the run. Hello, Itsuko. No shop reset there, which means no Cleat Hammer. Not very good. Just go ahead and give me the Japan Cup, and then we can fail tag anything we see early December. And then we can Vita into anything that we see in the finals, and that should be our energy management taken care of. We can also Motivating Megaphone the training early December if we want to, because we never spent it at the start of Classic Year. We were too busy dealing with mood and energy. Doesn't matter, we have cupcakes. Master Cleat Hammer, Speed Scroll, Good Luck Charm. You don't need the Good Luck Charm. You might see something better in the final shop, so just save your pennies. Master Cleat Hammer. I didn't realize how many Master Cleat Hammers were in the shop. We could have bought one for the Japan Cup. And all these trainings are really bad. I actively want to train this turn is the problem, so I'm gonna whistle one time. Can I just see like a rainbow speed training? Yeah, that'll do. Use all 3 of these. You have 4 speed ankle weights, so use one of those up for sure. We're training here instead of racing here explicitly to burn items because we had too many. So this just gives us an opportunity to use some stuff up. And I think we're going to be fine on race coins, and we're going to be fine on Cleat Hammers, so we don't necessarily need to see a strong shop reset in the finals. Like, we only need to see 1 Master Cleat Hammer. We don't need to see any speed ankle weights. We don't need to see any energy management. The biggest thing we're looking for out of the final shop is scrolls. We don't need anything else. Oh, also you could have cupcaked that speed training. So that's, you probably lost yourself like 4 stats there. But I think we'll still get to 1100. It scrolls. That's what we're looking for. You can start with 4, but more importantly, not that. Give me these. Speed manual stam scroll, and then also third master cleat hammer, and then wit manual power manual. We got more or less everything that we asked for there. We could also take a glow stick to use on the final race. Maybe that's what pushes our club above D+ for the first time ever. Single rainbow speed versus what looks like a just better guts training. Although you only have 2 empowering megaphones. That's fine, you have a motivating megaphone active this turn. So go ahead and take this guts training, and then you can whistle into speed trainings if you need them on the other 2 turns. Because we do still have 4 whistles. It's just a shame we don't have a guts ankle weight for this. So we're gonna get around 70 stats out of the finals. Which means we're going to be at 1030 power, and we're going to be at 1100. Well, we're going to be at like 1070s. So I would like to see 1 big speed training and 1 big power training for our last 2 turns. If such a thing could potentially be arranged. It's not that big. It's a good wit training, but I don't need the wit training. Show me something better. Show me something better. Show me something better. That'll do. That's a speed card and Haru. And then we can good luck charm that. That pushes our power over 1000. Our power is going to be at around 1050 now. We still need a big power training on the last turn. We need like Marvelous Sunday, Fine Motion, and Haru there. And that should do it. So one of the advantages of doing Track Blazer for Showtime is that even if you lose one of these races, you just have to have the highest number of points overall. But it looks like we're not even going to need to worry about that, although the fact that Daiwa's come 3rd, 2nd is kind of scary. Not good enough. Show me my last reset whistle for a better power training. It's just Haru. This is actually the same amount of power that we get out of the speed training as if we just take the power training. So given that we have the ankle weight, I guess we might as well. We're not going to get power to 1100, which hurts our chances of getting a 3-star blue spark for power. But we will get speed there, and we'll also get guts there, and we also get stam there, and we also get wit there. So any of these stats could turn into a 3-star blue, if they were inclined to do so. But there you go. Daiwa, Scarlet, and Taiki nowhere in sight on that final race either. It would be neat if they adopted this scoring system elsewhere in the game for, like, the final round of a CM or something like that. Because there is, like, an inherent interest to it when you're like, oh man, I'm winning, but also the runner behind me is winning as well. And even the, like, one mistake can still cost me, even though I'm doing well right now. I think that's cool, and I think the scoring dynamic of Track Blazer is cool. It just takes way too long, man. It takes too long. We can go Tokyo Cloudy Days. Leaves us with 1. I'd rather have that than Corner Acceleration. Even if this does turn out to be a good parent, the affinity isn't going to be amazing, but we might as well, you know, aim for something. It's very funny that that's SS. It's also not a bad parent. Well, it's not good. 2 guts, 3 mile. It's good at fixing mile aptitudes. You guys are both mile, if I remember correctly. This is an 8-star mile parent. A 3-star power, 2-star stam, 2-star guts. Huh. I don't know what to think of you, but we should at least signify that you're a mile parent. It's also our best special week of all time somehow. I don't really know what to think of that. Because the special week is also one of our CM aces right now. This is not a better special week for, like, running in the CM. But it is interesting. This is the big payoff, though. We did it at level 5, we used a booster for it, we get 10 total rewards out of the Showtime pool. So we only need to do that a handful of times to just be done with Showtime and then go back to life as normal. So I'm going to go take care of dailies, and then I'm probably going to run one more of those back and do the exact same thing, just to continue clearing out the rewards that we've earned from Showtime. And then after that, we can go back to doing, like, team trials runners and stuff without worrying about extra difficulty, and also without worrying about missing out on prizes. We also have the new Tamamo Cross Legend Race. We did the first one of these yesterday on stream, but we're thinking that after we're done with these, we will probably have enough star pieces for Tamamo to bump her up to 4 stars, which is fun. We'll do one more. Good. Nice and consistent. Get our first daily shop out of the way. Grab some alarm clocks. February Stakes dirt racing shoes we do not need. Let me actually get your special rewards there real quick, Tamamo. Thank you. What do you still have? Oh, the limited time. Right, of course. Yeah, grab your gold shard. Okay, now we can go do our normal dailies, our normal legend race, and then we'll wrap up with team trials. Give me Nishino back. Good. Daily shop number 2. And then we'll go get our Silent Suzuka star piece for the day out of the daily legend race. How am I on Derby? Only 60? I can probably get more of those. Sprint shoes we're fine on. Daily legend race. Suzuka. Nishino should be fine for this too. And then we'll go over to team trials. I don't think we actually need to be recording team trial scores at this point. We know who our 3 underperforming runners are right now. So, given that we're going to start working on them tomorrow, probably. Teo show? No. Given that we're going to be revising those last 3 team trials runners tomorrow, I don't necessarily think we need to keep score, because I'm probably going to wipe the score sheet as soon as we're done with those last 3 rebuilds. So, we'll just do this without any of the fancy record keeping and see if we can nail an early retention line score this week, so that we don't have to stress team trials so much. Looks okay to start. It's our high score, but we can definitely do better than that. An alarm clock is nice, though. Also, it's not that great. Show me a third race. Narita Taishin on Maya. Very interesting. Probably not good enough for a high score, but we get 2 presents out of it. Take me to race 4. That could be the one. It could maybe be the one. Digital in 6th is not really helping our case, but... yeah, 771 is still not good enough. And then we'll parfait this one, since it's our last one of the day. See if we can really get a high score out of it. I also see a lot of awful moods on their side, too, which might bode well. Might bode really well. 772 is not going to be enough either. I'd expect retention to be somewhere around 805 to 810 this week. So we've got some work to do. Even though we're above retention range now, this number is going to get quite a bit higher. So we've got our work cut out for us on that. Well, let's go ahead and grab our club rewards. Get our 20 club points in for the day. Grab our login rewards. Grab our daily rewards. And then that's going to do it. If you're enjoying Uma, as always, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Those are really metrics that I use on my end to keep an eye on what people enjoy watching. And if you have any questions about today's run, your own comments on how you've been approaching Showtime, or whether you're just glad that the event is ending soon, drop me a note down in the comments and let me know. If you're looking for a borrow for Fine Motion as a support card, or you need to rebuild your own long Team Trials runners, the account information is here for you if you would like to use it. It is always appreciated, but never expected. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Have a good one.